Francis Ngannou had just dropped UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic with a jab and had him trapped against the cage. The big man swarmed, a finish seemingly within his grasp. But Miocic escaped with urgency and moved toward the center of the octagon, where the champ would make his stand. Miocic let go with a straight right hand that stopped Ngannou in his tracks. But the pause lasted for only a single tick off the clock in Saturday's UFC 260 main event in Las Vegas. Ngannou barely hesitated before stepping forward with a left hook that connected on the button. Miocic fell, Ngannou pounced with one final swing of his fist, and there was a new champion. It was a stunning moment, seeing the heavyweight widely acclaimed as the greatest ever lying motionless on his back, all of the fight drained from him, and his successor to the throne calmly walking away with one finger in the air, signifying that he finally was no one. The understated celebration was right in character for Ngannou, whose chiseled physique and sledgehammer fists might make him seem right out of central casting for an imposing heavyweight champ, but whose soft-spoken way suggests gentleman more than fighting man. Ngannou was out of character, though, in a different way on this night. The big man with heavy hands, who had knocked out his four most recent opponents with violent bursts that lasted 71 seconds or shorter, finished this one by knockout 52 seconds in, but at 52 seconds of the second round. And yet, even though it took an eternity in Ngannou time for him to knock out Miocic, this was as satisfying as a night can be. Satisfaction came, most obviously, because the elusive title belt Ngannou had been after for years was at stake. There also was gratification derived from this fight. A rematch of a 2018 title fight in which Ngannou had been schooled and humbled by Miocic, playing out in a totally different way from the first meeting. It wasn't simply that Ngannou won this time. He showed a new level of patience, remembering how sapped of energy he had been after just one round of that prior 5-rounder against Miocic. And Ngannou also put on display an expanded skill set. By making such fast work of his four most recent previous opponents, Ngannou had not had time to show off anything other than those fight-finishing fists of his. But by the time Saturday's round 1 was over, he had utilized kicks to both the legs and the head, punches aimed not just at the head but at the body, as well, and perhaps most important of all, defensive wrestling that kept Miocic from smothering him on the canvas, as he did back in 2018. Ngannou's knockout power alone was scary enough. Now opponents have to worry about a well-rounded game? Yikes. I don't have the vocabulary to express this, because it feels so amazing, said Ngannou, a native of Cameroon who trains in Las Vegas.